and I'm back with another Donphan battle video. So Donphan I like a little bit better than the Lucario Landorus build that I had. The way this deck basically works is very similar to the Palkia deck with Strafe. You're essentially just attacking with Donphan, and then it lets you switch with one of your bench Pokemon. And then we have several options as far as what our bench can hold. Trevenant for the item lock, which is great just against any deck in general. If you're facing an EX heavy deck, we've got Suicune. And then for things that snipe like Landorus and Darkrai, we've got Mr. Mime to sit on the bench. And I feel like there was one other one. Mime is just a good one to sacrifice to. Just pretty much add on anything with a float stone. So, as you can see, I am facing a Lucario Machamp deck. Machamp, I believe it's like for each Machamp in play, or I think it's each Machamp in play, all your fighting Pokemon get plus 20, something like that. So nice support Pokemon. Now he is going to use an escape rope right here. Looks like he doesn't want me to get that Donphan out, so he's bringing up the other Phanpy, and I think just hoping to kind of stall with this one for a little bit. He did have enough to get the second Lucario powered up, and oh well, that's enough to knock me out with that poison damage. But I do have a Donphan. We're gonna go ahead and yeah. We're at least going to get the Suicune out so that he can hit me, and then I'm going to get a Phantump out as well so we can hopefully get a Trevenant up at one point. And then I'm in a pretty good position for next turn with that N, hopefully being able to hit a Float Stone. But for right now, that Suicune's just going to hang out up there. He's going to be taking some poison damage from that laser, but I'm not too terribly concerned about it. Right now, the only non-EX Pokemon he has on the field right now is just Machamp. And if I remember right, Machamp has, I don't think its attack is that great. And it's also it's like a 2 or 3 energy cost. Now we do see the baby Landorus, so that's going to be able to do some damage to me, but not a ton of damage. And then the Hawlucha or whatever it is, which I don't think really does anything to me because I think if the opponent isn't an EX, the attack just fails. So I end, and it doesn't look like I hit that Float Stone, which means I'm not going to be able to do any more damage this turn. But I will just be able to kind of hang out and hide behind my Suicune wall and hopefully draw into something. I'm actually pretty surprised that on the N of 6, not only did I not get one of the 4 Float Stones in the deck, but I also did not get a supporter for next turn. Hopefully that Ultra Ball, just getting out another card out of the deck, will hopefully give me a better chance of drawing into something on this next turn. Now we see an energy going to the Hawlucha. I still don't have a supporter or a float stone, so as long as he can attack me, I really don't feel the need to waste my megaphone right now. I figured I'll use it when it's clear that there's a solid need for it. Right now, the muscle bands are attached to EXs, and EXs can't touch me right now. So until either this Suicune just dies from poison, or he starts attacking me with something else. Oh, and there we go. So maybe he just didn't notice that I was kind of draw passing the last. Well, I guess he did, at least for one turn. I guess he really wouldn't have known from that second time around when I did whiff on the Float Stone. Point is, I don't think if he had really been watching, I don't know if N would have been the best play. Then again, who knows how dead his hand was. Maybe he really needed it too. And we're going to go ahead and use the dowsing for an N of my own. Still need to hit that Float Stone, and there we go. We finally hit the Float Stone. Unfortunately, I don't get a Trevenant up. But that's okay. I think I'm still going to hide behind this Suicune for a little while. And we're just going to spinning turn right back into it. That does knock out this Lucario and gives me a couple prizes. He promotes the Hawlucha, which, I mean, I'm not exactly sure why he's playing a Hawlucha, because it has to be an EX. It's only really doing, what was it, 60? I don't know, my first thought is, well, that's great against Darkrai, I guess. But even that doesn't one-shot it. Yeah, so sorry, I really don't see why Hawlucha is a good play right here. And we also see a Minshew? That's a little interesting. I guess it's a stage 1 fighting attacker that doesn't require a lot of energy, so okay. I can kind of see why he's going that way. I do get a Trevenant up. We're going to attach that second Floatstone so I can go back and forth between Item Lock or EX Lock. And yeah, I'm just seeing what other options he has. If I, yeah. So right now I'm just going to Call Risk for a new hand, get a second tree out, go ahead and looks like I'm just going to power up this Donphan. I know people really don't use it, but I do like the idea of that second attack, which with the stadium in play is doing 140. My point is right now that energy isn't really going anywhere, so why not use it to power up a Donphan so that I can actually one-shot that Lucario EX on the bench. Yeah, with that, like I said, with the stadium, it's doing 140, and then 20 more for, I believe I've got 3 strong energy attached to it. That's 200 right there, and it'd be 220 with the muscle band. So as you can see, you have a lot of wiggle room as far as being able to one-shot an EX with a Donphan. I know I mentioned that once, and I just got a really stupid look like, well, no, you use it for its first attack. Yeah, it's great for the first attack, but I like the second attack, too, as just, you know, your last 2 prizes. Like you see right in my hand, this deck does run Lysander. So as soon as I take out this, you know, one more non-EX, this Landorus, for example, right in front of me, I'll be able to bring up the Lucario and just take it out in one shot. Right now, though, I am trying, because I'm anticipating an end coming up at some point, and so I'm just kind of trying to burn through a reasonable amount of cards, anticipating that end, which is why I didn't just hang on to it and save the Lysander. And I'm knocking Landorus out, and I mean, my hand is fine right now, but I'm still anticipating that end. But no, he actually surprises me, and he pulls out the Lysander on the Donphan. So I believe if he attaches, he will be doing enough to knock me out. 6, 7, 8. Yeah, never mind. So there goes my Donphan. So much for my plan of just one-shotting him with my Donphan. But that's okay. I am still going to be. I still have a lot of options here. Now I would like another Phanpy on the bench. But as you can see, I'm only ending myself to 2, so I'm just kind of, you know, I may have, if I lose this Donphan, I may just kind of have to pass for a few turns. But right now, since my hand is, well, my hand is fine for next turn, but it looks like I'm just going to, hopefully he doesn't end me right back, which as you can see, he's not with Akrina. I'm just going to wall behind this Suicune to prevent him from taking a free prize on the Trevenant, or a Phantom. Yeah, I'm pretty confident that I think I've only used 2 Floatstone. So I still have 2 more. My deck is pretty thin by now. And yeah, so there would have gone my tool anyways if even if Suicune had a Floatstone. But like I said, I'm pretty confident that off of this Juniper, I'll be able to hit a Floatstone and get out of this. So yeah, Juniper. And there's the Floatstone. So we're going to take a nice, easy prize on the Machamp. And then I've got 2 Lysander in hand for next turn for anything. Yeah, I only have 1 prize at that point, so I could take it on the smaller ones, or I could just take out the Lucario. So he has to end me right now in order to stay in this game. Now I'm just doing some math. The Floatstone is attached there, so I'm just going to throw up that Suicune and hope he doesn't have another Megaphone, and I should be alright. That, and with 2 Lysander still left in the deck, even if he ends me to 2, I've got a pretty good chance of drawing back into it. We see him actually hit me with Machamp. Okay. Yeah. we're just gonna attach the muscle band and bring up that Lucario that already has 100 on it, hit it with Donphan, run back to Suicune, which doesn't matter, and take my last 2 prizes. So unfortunately, he didn't have the N on that last turn to stretch us out a little further, but still a pretty good game. And like I said, I am liking the feel more of Donphan than Lucario Landers right now. But as you can see, the Lucario in itself is a very solid card, and I do anticipate it, or not anticipate, I expect to see it at upcoming tournaments. So stay tuned for more.